Welcome back. You watch your morning live now. As we hit resolution time, Busara Leadership Partners, a strategic trans-disciplinary advisory organization, says rethink how you do it. Busara teaches thinking and approaches for competitive and comparative advantage. They say self-accountability and personal ethics are the foundations to our professional ethics. Dudu Msomi, the CEO, joins me now from our studios in Durban. Dudu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Dudu, let's just get this clear. I wanna understand this. Let's get this on the table and deal with this issue once and for all. Should we have resolutions? Should we have New Year's resolutions?
I think in the context of moving yourself forward, every year, it's always good to have goals that you want to reach.
Okay, but
I always say you must put it in the context of your long-term life vision. It just shouldn't be something arbitrary. It should be towards building where you want to get to as a human being.
Let's talk about the issues related to self-accountability and personal ethics being the foundation. Should we apply that to our New Year's resolutions, our long-term goals? Because at the end of the day, we've got far too many people that start the year positive and somehow kind of meander off to some negative mind space because they haven't started working out. Life happens while you're making plans. How do we find this balance?
Personal ethics is the core of who you are. It's a compass that guides you. It's the core values. So that's just the foundation you have. Why I say a resolution should be rooted in your life vision is that it makes it easier to keep things that are meaningful to you. If you just pull things from the air and they don't actually move you forward to where you want to go to, we always say start with an end in mind. And the end is, when you take your last breath, what kind of life would you have wanted to lead? And that roots you. So every year you are working towards the outcome that you want for your life. So it makes it easier. So it's not just about losing 5Ks or spending more time with your children. If your personal vision is to be a family-orientated person rooted in your family, then you will make time. It will be important and you'll keep it.
Look, is it as simple as that? Because at the end of the day, we know, and I'm sure you know people that they're well-intentioned. They'll say, this year I'm going to spend more time with my family. This year I'm going to be focused on going back to school. But then, as I've mentioned to you before, life happens. You have to go to work every day. You have to put bread on your table. Where do you and how do you find the time to make sure that you are balanced at the center of it all?
You know, the nice thing about a vision, which we overuse, I think sometimes we actually don't understand what we're talking about. It's the compass for your life. It acts as a filter. When you have a filter, it makes you make decisions that count. Sometimes we spend a lot of time on the urgent things, the things that are crises and not important. And sometimes relationship building, making time with your family are the most important things. And when you ground them in that kind of root, in terms of the compass you want for your life, it makes it easier. It is not, it's a juggling act. Every day you have 101 roles you have in life. And if you're dropping any of them, then you must know that you're overexerting yourself. You're not focusing on the things that are important. When you see a juggler dropping a ball, we usually say that's not a good juggler. There are people who can do 2 balls. There are people that can do 10 balls. And it's all about skills and competence, the support, and how you can do that. I cannot do 10 balls if my skill and competence and support system can only allow me to juggle 2 balls. So it's just about being ruthless with ourselves, having the courage to make the tough decisions.
Look, we've got about 40 seconds or so. I just want you very, very quickly. Our viewers are sitting at home. What is the one thing, the absolute must, that you have to put on your list starting today, 2015? Or get off your list, whatever it may be, very quickly.
Do what you want to do in order to achieve the life you want to lead. Nobody else can tell you that. You know internally what is important to you. cut out the noise. Our parents want us to achieve this, our friends want us to achieve this, our corporates want us to achieve this. Have your own life vision. Spend the time, quiet time, reflect and think about what is important to me. And most of us have this internal voice that will tell us what that is. And that will decide and help you filter everything you're doing this year. If you're spending too much time in parties, not too much time studying, you know that the outcome is going to be bad result. If you're not spending time with family, you know that at the end of the year, the children are not going to be happy with you. So use that as a filter. What is my vision for my life?
Okay, we're going to leave it on that serious note, and I think something we all have to consider: what is your life vision? And then, of course, as Dudu was saying, you would work towards that, and not these small little goals in between. We're about to take an ad break. That was Dudu Msomi. She's the CEO of Busara Leadership Partners. Take an ad break. You're not going anywhere.